12 places in Britain that look nothing like they did in the 1960s. Britain in the 1960s felt smaller, slower, and wonderfully familiar. Streets moved with an easy rhythm, skylines stayed modest, and many neighborhoods still carried the look of post-war rebuilding. Today, some places have transformed so dramatically that someone from the Swinging Sixties would hardly recognize them. Tower blocks rise where factories once hummed, waterfronts sparkle where warehouses stood, and whole districts have shifted from industrial grit to cultural charm. Here are 12 places in Britain that look nothing like they did in the 1960s, each reshaped by decades of renewal, imagination, and reinvention. 12. Manchester, England. Manchester of the 1960s was a city defined by mills, red brick factories, and canals used strictly for industry. Streets near Ancoats, Castlefield, and the city centre echoed with machinery, delivery carts, and the unmistakable scent of textile production. Although vibrant, the city still had the rugged look of an industrial giant. Today, Manchester is sleek and modern in ways that would have stunned a 1960s visitor. Glass towers rise over the old mills, many of which have been restored into stylish apartments and cafés. The transformation of Ancoats into one of the trendiest districts in Britain is one of the country's most successful urban turnarounds. Meanwhile, the Salford Quays area, once a declining dockland, has blossomed into MediaCityUK, a major broadcasting and tech hub. Walk along the canals today and you'll see joggers, modern waterfront flats, art spaces, and buzzing eateries. Manchester's shift from industry to creative culture is one of the most dramatic in Britain. 11. Glasgow, Scotland. Glasgow in the 1960s still felt like a powerhouse of ships, steel, and heavy industry. Large tenement blocks stretched across neighborhoods, and cranes dominated the River Clyde. The riverfront was lined with factories, workshops, and docks, busy places by day, silent at night, and unmistakably industrial. Today, Glasgow feels like a completely different city. The Clyde waterfront has turned into a polished stretch of promenades, event venues, and architectural landmarks such as the Riverside Museum and the SEC. Many of the dense tenements have been replaced or refurbished, with whole neighborhoods upgraded through regeneration. Cultural life has taken center stage, from theaters to galleries to university districts. Where shipyards once echoed with metalwork, modern walkways now host festivals, markets, and art events. Glasgow kept its bold spirit, but its appearance has transformed beyond recognition. 10. Birmingham, England. The Birmingham of the 60s was famous for its concrete collar, a ring road system that wrapped around the city center and divided districts with elevated highways and underpasses. It felt futuristic at the time, but decades later it appeared dated and restrictive. The old Bullring Center was practical but plain, with pedestrian walkways and concrete-heavy design. Modern Birmingham looks nothing like that era. The Bullring and Grand Central redevelopment created a bright, curved modern city center with shops, glass architecture, and welcoming open spaces. Streets have become friendlier for pedestrians, and modern tram lines glide through areas once designed primarily for cars. Canal districts such as Brindley Place and the Mailbox went from underused industrial areas to polished neighborhoods with restaurants, bars, and offices. High-rise residential buildings, expanded university campuses, and cultural venues have helped reshape the city. Birmingham has traded concrete for color, and it shows. 9. Cardiff Bay, Wales. In the 1960s, Cardiff Bay was a quiet dockland area recovering from the decline of coal exports. Old warehouses, empty yards, and tidal mudflats shaped the landscape. It was an important historical zone, but it lacked the shine and vibrancy that visitors see today. The Cardiff Bay of now is completely transformed. The Cardiff Bay Barrage project reshaped the entire shoreline, turning a tidal estuary into a permanent freshwater waterfront. This opened the door for one of the largest regeneration projects in modern British history. Today, the area is filled with cafés, theatres, apartments, hotels, waterside paths, and the iconic Wales Millennium Centre. Families stroll along the waterfront where cargo ships once docked, and leisure boats glide over what used to be mudflats. Cardiff Bay went from fading dockland to modern waterfront gem. 8. Liverpool, England. Liverpool's 1960s waterfront was still proud, but clearly entering a period of industrial decline. Warehouses that once served bustling international trade stood quiet, and many of the old docks were underused as global shipping methods changed. The city had a strong identity, but parts of the waterfront were aging and in need of revival. The transformation since then has been extraordinary. The Albert Dock, once derelict, was reinvented into a world-class cultural complex, with museums, shops, restaurants, and hotels. Liverpool One reshaped the centre into a modern shopping and social district. Historic buildings have been restored, new developments have added vibrancy, and the waterfront now shines as one of the most attractive in Britain. The city kept its proud maritime soul, but completely refreshed its surroundings. 7. Newcastle upon Tyne, England. In the 1960s, Newcastle's quayside looked like a scene from Britain's industrial heart. Shipyards, warehouses, and factories flanked the riverbanks. Although the famous bridges stood proudly even then, the riverside itself was stark, functional, and filled with industrial activity rather than leisure. Now, the Tyne quayside is one of the country's most eye-catching waterfronts. Walkways stretch along the river, the Baltic Centre for Contemporary Art fills a restored mill, and the Sage Music venue sits across the water in Gateshead. The Gateshead Millennium Bridge, completed in the early 2000s, adds a dramatic sweep to the skyline. Restaurants, bars, and hotels line the riverbanks where industrial sheds once stood. Newcastle's shift from shipyards to culture and nightlife is truly remarkable. 6. Milton Keynes, England. Milton Keynes in the 1960s simply didn't exist as a modern town. It was officially designated in 1967, created as a bold new response to housing pressure near London. Before that, the area was mostly farmland and rural villages scattered across Buckinghamshire. Today, Milton Keynes is a fully developed town known for its grid road system, roundabouts, parks, lakes, shopping centers, and spacious neighbourhoods. The centre, MK, various business districts, residential estates, and miles of green corridors have created a unique environment unlike traditional British towns. It represents one of Britain's most successful experiments in planned living, and its transformation from fields to a major town remains unmatched. 5. London Docklands, England. In the 1960s, the London Docklands had already begun to decline as new shipping technology made old docks less useful. Warehouses closed, cranes stood still, and many dock workers left the area. Streets felt quieter than in their bustling 19th century peak. Today's docklands are almost futuristic by comparison. Canary Wharf's skyline rises with some of the tallest buildings in the UK. The Docklands Light Railway connects modern offices, homes, and leisure spots. Regenerated areas such as Limehouse, Wapping, and the Isle of Dogs are filled with parks, apartments, and waterside paths. What was once a fading industrial zone has become one of London's most modern districts. 4. Sheffield, England. Sheffield in the 1960s lived and breathed steel. Bright factory lights glowed over the city at night, mills hummed through the day, and neighbourhoods grew around industrial zones. It was a proud working city, but its skyline and streets showed the marks of heavy manufacturing. The Sheffield of today feels refreshed, green, and modern. The decline of steel prompted a shift toward universities, creative industries, and urban renewal. Kelham Island, once industrial, is now a lively district of cafés, bars, art studios, and riverside flats. Public buildings have been upgraded, parks expanded, and modern architecture blended with historic structures. The city feels more open, more artistic, and more forward-looking than its 1960s version. 3. Brighton, England. Brighton in the 1960s was a traditional seaside resort, a beloved escape but quieter and more restrained. Some hotels looked dated, and the beachfront lacked the modern attractions visitors enjoy today. Tourism was strong, but not yet transformed into the year-round cultural scene the city is known for now. Modern Brighton is vibrant, colorful, and full of creative energy. The lanes bustle with independent shops, the seafront glows with refurbished venues, and festivals attract crowds throughout the year. Renovations to historic spots, updated piers, creative hubs, and cultural spaces have given Brighton a younger, livelier feel. It's still unmistakably Brighton, but revitalized. 2. Bristol, England. Bristol's harbour in the 1960s was an aging industrial area with warehouses, cranes, and underused spaces. As shipping patterns changed, much of the old dock system fell quiet. The area had charm, but lacked purpose, waiting for a new identity. That identity came through regeneration. The harbourside area now thrives with museums, apartments, restaurants, and walkways overlooking the water. Boats glide where cargo barges once moved. Creative industries, cafés, galleries, and public attractions have reshaped the harbour into one of the most attractive urban waterfronts in Britain. The transformation is striking. Practical docklands replaced by cultural life. 1. London's East End, England. The East End of the 1960s was a world of terraced housing, markets, old warehouses, and busy local life. Many buildings were aging, and regeneration had not yet begun. Communities were strong, but the area carried the look of decades of working-class industry and river trade. Today, the East End is almost unrecognizable. Shoreditch became a cultural center with art studios, cafes, and creative businesses. Stratford was rebuilt dramatically with new housing, parks, transport links, and modern urban districts. Former warehouses across the East End have been turned into apartments, studios, and venues. The modern East End still echoes its past, but visually, it's a completely different place. From revived waterfronts to modern skylines rising above former factories, these 12 places show how dramatically Britain has evolved since the 1960s. Each one reflects creativity, persistence, and the power of renewal. Together, they tell the story of a country always reinventing itself while honoring its roots. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.